Hey guys, so Ijichi is out and we're going to showcase him today. Took a bit for me to get him. Went to pity, but that's fine because we have the GOAT. The problem is he's not very usable right now. I'm not going to lie, this guy does seem like post-anniversary power creep level of standard unit. This has happened twice before. And the first time that we really saw this was Choso. Choso was obviously just such a good unit and still so strong a year later. And then it was Urame after 0.2 Gojo. And Urame was also really good because she had the first set of unnerfable support. And now Ijichi takes it a step further, in my opinion, and just hyper buffs the Jujutsu stat for green. But the problem is that it's green Jujutsu. Green Jujutsu is horrible, right? The enemy nerfs green Jujutsu in sweep, and there's not a single green Jujutsu floor since April 2025. April 2025. So in terms of permanent content, Ijichi is kind of phased out, but in the future, if we do ever get content, he's fucking strong. So let's go over what this guy's doing, and we're going to take him into sweep, and also I guess we could do 67, but just like see how quick we could speedrun it. All right, so this guy is basically, anytime he doesn't get attacked, he's going to be stacking up these buffs called information gathering. Now, when you max it out at 25 counts, which is probably going to take 7 to 8 turns, I think 8, something like 8 turns, you're going to give 100% Jujutsu to the team permanently and 15% damage dealt to the team permanently. Now, that is really strong, especially the, Jujutsu buff, but obviously that's going to be good if we get a Jujutsu debuff floor, which we don't have above 80 right now. This guy's going to be amazing for new players, though. He is. But like overall, you have Green Miwa for stat buff, so it's not necessary, but 100% permanently that cannot be nerfed. I think this is the highest unnerfable buff, especially AoE. This is just ridiculous. Because for example, Momo's unnerfability part is only 15%, 20%. But why is it that low, quote unquote? It's because there's a floor that actually works on, right? Because it actually works on a difficult floor. It works on 86, but we don't have that for Ijichi. So yeah, definitely very strong. Very, very strong. Just good to always have up. Now, renew the... Okay, what is it? So basically, every 5 turns past, you're going to renew it, I guess. I don't get the point of this. Can you remove it? Let me know. Yeah, let me know. Oh, I see. So it's basically every 5 turns the buff goes up. I see. I didn't even know that, not gonna lie, but it does make sense. We'll show the buffs in the video though, but yeah, interesting. Now, every turn you get 1, but if you don't take damage, you get another 3. So very quickly, this is gonna build up. Now, if he is defeated, if you have 25, let's say, he's gonna give permanently 15% damage buff and 30% Jujutsu stat. This could be interesting if we're trying to like juice up units, but this may be in tower in the future. It could be good because you run Ijichi at the beginning and then you kind of sack him off and bring in like Teen Shoko, for example. That could be interesting and gives alt gauge. All right, cool. So now skill 1 is all right. He gives an AoE damage buff of 15% for 4 turns, right? If you have 10 counts of information gathering, nothing too crazy. Now the skill 2, but it is decent enough to use it, right? The skill 2 is going to be giving 50% Jujutsu and what is it? 7% damage reduction at 10 counts, 3.5% to 7%. That's very good, right? So that is kind of needed in sweep, especially like when you're not running like these, because Taijutsu's counter, then you got Teen Shoko for heals. We're not running either. So the damage reduction is actually a good thing. And Choso is going to be unkillable since he already has so much damage reduction. So 7%, and you could just stack that. So that's like 20% damage reduction. That is quite good. And then if you have more than 10 information gathering stacks, 10% all charge rate, 3 turns cannot stack. But obviously that's really good considering other things. Now, I don't even think I used the skill 3 once. It's going to be like, okay, I guess. Like there was one time I almost did use it, but I didn't because I had to alt. But I do think that it's like, it's decent. It's decent. So basically disrupts enemies, but it's like everything nullifies that. Conceals yourself for 3 turns and gives yourself 2 information gathering. So you can use this at the beginning of battle and very quickly get information gathering, because you do +2 and then you conceal, which means every turn you're going to get 3 unless it's an AoE attack. So that's strong. His ult transforms this unit. He's going to be giving 440 ult gauge to the whole team. That's insane. You're going to see how quick that goes. But 440 is insane because obviously with a combined ultimate, you're getting even more, right? With the combo ult, you're giving another 110 ult gauge. So that's 550. That's literally like Honored One's ult gauge. Look at that. Look how much, like 550. That's over a third of a full ult gauge. But obviously there's this that you have to use. His total ult gauge is like 2700. So someone like Gojo is very good for this, or like to use this. He gives 50% Jujutsu. He gives a 7.5% damage buff, but then it gets 15%. And then yeah, for green allies. So yeah, let's just say that's really good. You're going to be getting 250% Jujutsu buff total. 250% is the highest, and also like way better than like even like, you know, just others, because of this 100% unnerfable, right? Because it's permanently there. So very strong unit. 250% Jujutsu with all the ult gauge he's giving is ridiculous. Because on the combo ult turn, you're giving 660 ult gauge, not counting any ult gauge rec bit percent buffs, right? So that's going to go up to maybe 800-900 in a turn. So like in a turn, some units are going to get over 1,000 ult gauge. Just like that. So Ijichi for that is very good. That's his main thing, in my opinion. We're going to bring him into sweep, and then afterwards we'll do some other things. It did take a solid amount of attempts to see how I wanted to do the rotations, but low-key I could have like actually gotten the 10 out of 10 much earlier. And just warning that I accidentally lose the buff with Choso because I wasn't paying attention to it. I wish they did the thing like Degumi where it shows the amount of turns left with Choso, because if I don't check the amount of turns in the buffs page, right, like it won't show. Now, this is like the first time we've had a full Jujutsu damage team, right? Like no mixed damage, just full Jujutsu. Megumi, Gojo, and Choso all doing that is very strong. And I'm not gonna lie, Megumi was doing more than I thought he would, low-key. Like, it was pretty impressive. So we're running that memory just to ensure that we get the ult gauge, or like we get our ults when we need to. It does help at least a bit. It is a good rec bit for Gojo, that's for sure. It's very good. But yeah, we are gonna get a lot of ult gauge just because, like, you know, with Ijichi also giving that 10% buff, it's going to help Honored One a lot. But yeah, no, like, dude, this team is pretty strong, I gotta say. We just got to change the sweep boss, and I think they're going to be even better, because like it really is just a problem of you got to clear each phase very quickly, or break very quickly. It just doesn't suit Gojo that well. I think we low-key just need a new Jujutsu DPS, which is unfortunate. Like Gojo's whole thing was just like to really help with like floor 67, which probably like top 3 hardest floors to this day, maybe top 5. That floor was difficult for sure before Honored One. So like his thing was like you clear the previous floors and then he's like never seen again in the meta. So unfortunate. Even sweep, he just wasn't super good in it unless you have this motherfucker like high duped. But yeah, basically Megumi and Gojo are gonna do their combo ults, and then Ijichi and Choso do their combo ults. Now another thing is that Megumi like could basically just keep on getting his ults, right? Because basically every one of his ults is, well, sorry, every 2 of Megumi's ults is 1 Gojo ult is how I see it. So the first Megumi ult is no combo. The second Megumi ult is with combo with Gojo. That's pretty much how I rotate the team. So Megumi is going to go here, bop, 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 and there we go. So yeah, he does very good damage. Like 6.6 million is quite good. That is for sure. I mean, like Ijichi's really a good unit. It's just like, he would have been maybe number 1 in the game if he did just everything he's doing, but for taijutsu. Like literally, if he just did that for taijutsu, oh my lord, this guy would have been fucking stupid. Because on 82, someone like him would have been disgusting because of the, or even 88, right? Well, no, more so 82, because it's a debuff floor, but the 100% doesn't get nerfed. It's just that because it's jujutsu, there's like no point to most of it, right? Very unfortunate. Like, it's good for sweep. It's good to have fun. Good for spenders. Probably going to be good in the future. Like, he's going to be a future-proof unit. That's for sure. It's more so just that, like, you know, when you're spending so much on a unit, you want them to be good now. And it more so highlights, more than anything, the lack of content in this game. That's really what I'm getting from this. So, hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, sir, Ijichi. You put those glasses up. Look how much alt gauge. Look at that. So he's at 622. He went to 1326. He got 700. That gave Gojo 700 alt gauge because Gojo had some other alt gauge buffs. 700 alt gauge just from Ijichi's alt. And then another, like, this is probably another 400. Like, that would have been pretty much Gojo's, in one turn, he would have went from 0 to 100% alt gauge because Gojo's also attacking now. So that would have been even more alt gauge. Like, do you see how ridiculous that is? So one thing is we delay it and W, right? We delay it one turn for the alt gauge or to alt just so that Ijichi could build up some alt gauge because we want to make sure we have Ijichi's the combo alt ready for when Gojo activates Honored One again, or else the run's fucked, right? Pretty much. Because if we, and I think, do I show the buff? We'll show it soon. I do show it soon, and we'll see the like permanent aspect of it. But essentially, right, like, we want to wait a turn because you want multiple times. The reason I failed is because the boss didn't attack Ijichi, right? I just needed one attack and Ijichi would have had enough alt gauge to alt. But because he didn't do that, because the boss didn't do that, Ijichi wasn't able to alt and we weren't able to get Gojo's alt. So that was the unfortunate part of it. But this time, that's why we delay it by one turn just to guarantee that Ijichi does that, right? Does his ultimate when we need him to. So now we do the combo ult, and I don't think I used the rec bit because I don't need to. It was pretty close. I will say it was pretty close, but we don't need to use it, so we don't use it. And then now we go and attack. So there we go. Perfect. Give the buff, right? We even give the alt gauge, which is like, even 10% is a lot, right? It's still good. Especially with the 25% rec bid, like, this combo ult is going to give them quite a lot of alt gauge. That's for sure. Megumi's doing good damage even without Cure Spirit School Group rec bit activated. And then Gojo's going to, you know, go crazy. So yeah, because of no alt gauge, like, we didn't do that much. Also because we're at 7 stacks. So technically it could have been a bit higher. That's for sure. But 17 mil is good, but it's not enough to, like, warrant having to get another like 2700 alt gauge after this just to alt again, right? Which is why Ijichi exists and why he's only for Jujutsu, because it does seem like Ijichi is meant to be a Gojo buff. It's just there's no really difficult content to use him in. So that's the main thing. I won't even consider sweep difficult, especially not with this team. So yeah, like, that, the only reason they felt comfortable is because Gojo needed the alt gauge for that team. But if it was for any, like, even Taijutsu, if Taijutsu got this, it would have been too good. Like, genuinely, like, just too good, which is why Jujutsu got it. It does help Gojo though. Like, Gojo is definitely, like, stronger now. I will say that. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm very scared the more Ijichi gets hit. I should have used the what's it called? Like, concealment here, but it's whatever. We ended up being fine. So it's like, I'm not going to complain. You won't see me complaining. Hell no. If it ended up being fine, no reason to complain. Even if Choso, I forgot to use the buff on him. I digress though. So we have it though, but now we have to wait for Gojo to use Honored One, right? Because or else it's gonna, like, be bad timing. So yeah, look, I did have to get a bit lucky. That is for damn sure. Because one more hit, Ijichi's gone. He's at 9.6k HP. He's over in one hit. So we use Honored One, and then next turn we combo ult, and then it's wraps. Yeah, pretty much. So I alone am the Honored One. Yes, sir, Gojo. You're the Honored One for being probably the worst limited in the game. Yeah. Like, worst aging by far, next to Sukuna. Like, isn't it crazy? Honored One and Blue Sukuna are the two worst aging limited units. That's wild. But they were very explosive on launch, which is most likely why, obviously. So now he's at 315 alt gauge. Just look how quick this goes up. Without the 25% alt gauge from the rec bit. Look how quick. So 315. 909. He gave like 600 alt gauge on that. And then we're going to get another like 300. Like, he literally gets his ult in one turn. Like, that shit's insane. It's just like crazy to think about. Now, this turn, I probably should have used the skill 2 on Choso, but hey man, what could you do? It's too late for me to change anything, and we still got the 10 out of 10, right? So is what it is. Yeah, I just don't like Gojo and sweep. Like the problem is Gojo doesn't have the best kit mechanically for sweep, but I think for tower he's gonna be great. The problem is there's no like difficult tower floors, so it's just unfortunate, I guess. It really just is unfortunate. So then we combo ult, we break, so then we don't have to worry about the ults. We don't got to worry about anyone dying, right? Even Gojo dying, which is the funny thing. And then, yeah, I mean, like, Megumi does good damage. Not really much more to say, though, right? Like, how much does the last hit do? Look at that. Look at that, man. And I think this does, like, 20 million. I think something like that. Yeah, like, you could definitely tell. You could see the age in Gojo. I would not be surprised if, like... maybe we'd get like a JJK0 Gojo. I don't know. I could see them doing that though. Like as much as we don't want Gojos, they fucking, I'm sure they made the summer units just because they're like, oh, that can make us do another Gojo, right? So unfortunately, if we did have Choso in the state, if I used the skill 2 last turn, we probably would have killed, would we kill this turn? I don't know. I'm not sure about this turn. Definitely next turn. I forgot what turn we killed though. We killed next turn anyway, I think. So it didn't change much. Because I don't know if Choso would have killed with that. I think it would have been turn 16 anyway. I could be wrong. But I think I'm right. And you see the 100% on the bottom? That's unnerfable, right? And the 15% damage buff. 2 very good buffs, of course. So yeah, low-key the damage reduction buffs from Ijichi did help us a lot, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we were close enough to turn 15 that I'm pretty happy with it. Low-key, I would more so blame this on like a bit of a misplay on Choso at the end, and of course, Gojo not being as good as he once was, I guess. Because look how much Choso did, right? Like Choso could be the main DPS pretty much at this point. Like it's not even funny. Might do a video with him as main DPS, could be fun. But now let's go into 6-7, of course, right? All right, so I doubt anyone's gonna die, but we'll run it with this. Should be fine, especially because we have damage reduction from Ijichi, which is like really goated, and I can't wait to see how that evolves in the future. Just like in terms of like the value of it, because like right now it's like it's good. It's just like green. I don't know. Green is just too stacked. Like Jujutsu needs a better DPS. I really think Gojo's the problem here. It's Gojo. I think we all agree it is. I'm sorry, guys. I love Honored One. I think it was a great release, but. Not so much anymore. Yeah, unfortunately, not so much anymore. Let's go turn 1. I forgot he does the ult. Damn, this fucker's annoying. Okay, 61 though is... That's fine. But the damage reduction should be nice. Maybe we'll need to bring in SR Kaido though, low-key. Maybe we'll need to, you know, get Teen Shoko or something in here, but... We do have more stats now, so it should be fine for the most part. Okay, that's alright. Cool. That did a lot less damage than I thought it was going to do. That's kind of funny. Go for that. Buff. Start. We'll just do the skill 2, right? So he nerfs debuffs, right? Okay. I very well may have forgotten that this was a debuff floor. I forgot that that was even a thing because of how long ago this floor was, right? Like this floor now is 14 months old. So yeah, I mean, forgive me, guys. Forgive me. We'll start off just like that. Put this buff. Yeah, we're still gonna bring Megumi just because I think it could be nice. He still does good damage, right? So it doesn't hurt. And we'll go for the Jujutsu buffs. Yeah, I don't think this should be too bad. Yeah, should be fine. I don't really see any issues occurring. I mean, we have our damage buff, our stat buff. I mean, even more stat buffs from Gojo. Like, we're kind of chilling. Okay, let's not do AoEs though. Ijichi's a bit fragile. Ijichi is indeed a bit fragile. Okay, so we could just skill 2 the whole time, right? We could skill 2. I mean, it's not like he's going to be doing much debuffs. He's there just to give a bit of multiplicativeness and also, you know, do some damage. Why not? Why not use them? I don't see why not. We should be able to break pretty easily because only 60 million, like, that break bar is going to fucking disintegrate. It will. It really will. We could use this now. Okay. Now we have like a good amount of damage reduction buffs too, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, Megumi, because of how many hits he does, same as Choso, it's very easy to get his ultimate. It's very nice. W, Black Flash, that's also going to give us more ult gauge. This is like low-key an ult gauge team. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, look at that break bar just dwindling down. That's pretty fire. Okay. That's fine. Go for this. Go for this. Skill 2. Yeah, the one thing is Ijichi won't be getting the AoE like buffs, so like the extra 100% Jujutsu is going to be very hard to get. Very hard, very hard. Which is, it's whatever, right? He's still doing a lot of other things. The main thing I want to see is like the ult gauge, because we'll be able to very quickly get Gojo's ult here, right? So that is interesting to think about. Okay. Is Ijichi dead here? That's actually... Maybe we could just break him, like low-key. I kind of... We'll do that. We'll do that instead of ulting yet, because or else Ijichi might die. We'll see, though. Because we should do good damage with Megumi here. Yeah. Gojo could break this. I believe in him. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Okay, so... Pretty simple what we're going to do. We'll use skill 2, skill 1... Okay, next turn we should get our ultimate with Gojo, so that's very good. It's very good, of course. Do we get an ult gauge buff on when we use that Honored One? I kind of forget. Yeah, we do. Okay, that's fire, actually. That's probably why we get so much ult gauge, too. And Megumi's going to get his ult pretty quickly. And yeah, so now he went from 7 to 10. And currently the buffs we have is... Where is it? Do we have any? I forget, because it's every 5 turns, right? But we should have some. So we have 9% damage, 40% permanent Jujutsu. That's pretty good. Okay, go for that. Go for the skill 2. Want to do some damage, of course. I mean, this is pretty easy now. It's just like, maybe if I ran one more healing memory, would have been maybe good, but I don't know. It's like, we're not really having issues. Look at that ult gauge just go up on Gojo, right? So strong, so strong. They're going to be able to combo all Gojo and Megumi for sure. I mean, this is going to give another 300-ish ult gauge. Something like that. Could they get their ult this turn? Maybe. Like, Megumi needs to crit. Okay, he crits. Gojo, I don't know. He gets it. Nice. So, do we kill turn 8? Let's see. We should. 29 mil? I think we kill. I could be wrong, but 30 mil shouldn't be too bad. I think. We'll see. Maybe we'll break again, though. Okay. I don't know if we're killing, but I could see us breaking. We have 8 of the 6 of the stacks, though. I think we could break if we're not killing this turn. Yeah, okay. At least we broke. At least we broke. He came out and he went back in. We should kill next turn, right? I think that's a pretty easy kill next turn. We'll see what the permanent buffs are from Ijichi. Look at that. Pretty good. If we were on Choso, maybe we would have killed. It's fine, though. So the permanent buffs, now it's still 42. So it would have refreshed next turn, but most likely we're not going to see it. But if we do, it would be nice. It would be nice. Okay. We should kill. I mean, 1 mil from Yuji. Shout out to Yuji. Gojo? Yo, maybe Gojo's a fraud. Low-key. That might be true. So now it should be up, right? Did it not go up? I guess not. Oh, I get 5 turns later. Yeah, it's turn 6, 11, 15. Okay, I see. Anyway, we're not seeing it. It's fine. We know Ijichi's goated. I mean, he got Gojo that ult quick as fuck. So it's going to be pretty nice. I mean, it is pretty nice for sure. Megumi actually did pretty good there. Hell yeah. So... that is Ijichi. I think he is very strong. I would say he's tier 0. The only problem is like he just doesn't have content to be used in. Very strong. For me, it's just like I don't want to, like, he's missing a bit of CE and I don't want to use the concealment because he uses CE just so you could protect yourself, right? But then it's like I don't know. It's like either fix this, like all I would have wanted, more CE or more survivability, right? That's it. So that's going to be it for me. Let me know what you guys think of the GOAT Ijichi. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.